envy people from what can I call it? From more persecuted backgrounds.
Exactly.
For their love for Christ and what they do for Christ and what they put themselves through for Christ.
Yes.
I think we take it for granted.
People don't count the cost when they're following their faith. You look at our brothers and sisters in the Arab world. They know if they follow Christianity, their cross may be signing their own death warrant.
Terrorism can be, I can keep you alive, but I can terrorize you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yes, that is,
saying 200 million.
every time you kill, that means you are a terrorist. Because you could be terrorist without even
I
hurting.
understand that. Whenever these guys, you catch them out on something negative, they hide behind the Arabic. They say that it's because it's in Arabic, we can't go any further. When it's something positive, they say yes, it's in English, yes, that's exactly what it says.
Yes.
What we're discussing today is about, cultural Christianity and real Christianity. Are they one and the same? Is there a difference? And what does Jesus say? What that's all about, you see. So that's what we're talking about. So you said you were a cultural Christian.
Yeah, I'll say I'm more cultural.
Okay, so is it something that have you been baptized into the church or?
I was brought up and raised in the church. Yeah, and I've tried to stay within the church.
Yes.
I've had my moments where I haven't been so much into it, but generally I haven't gone too far away from the church.
Okay. Has it been? Would you say it's integral to your life? Is it something that you're doing just to please your community, or is it something that you feel that you have a personal relationship?
I would say that my relationship needs to improve.
Yes.
I would say that even if my parents weren't there, I would still feel obligated. I'll still feel like I need to go to church because it's like the foundation of what I am. So even if I was in another, I visited Qatar about a couple of years ago, and there's only one church in almost the whole country, and I still found myself going there, even in the 1 or 2 weeks that I spent there, because I felt like I needed to, feel the presence of God.
Yeah. Okay. Good. So would you? So for example, so you've come to faith. So have you heard any challenges that have come your way that you said, hang on a minute, can I really trust what Jesus said? Can I trust the reliability of the Bible?
Funny enough. I've been coming to Speaker's Corner about on and off for about 2 or 3 months.
Yes. Challenging, isn't it?
It is challenging. There was a few things that they bring up that you don't get taught much of it in church. The foundations of Christianity.
Absolutely.
There's a common rhetoric that comes from a lot of the Islamic Dawah people here about the Bible maybe being corrupted and the origins of the Bible and this and that. But generally, I've done my homework and I found that it's quite a sound footing anyway.
Good.
I'm quite satisfied with what I've learned so far.
So what would you say are the main challenges that you've heard that have kind of tested your faith?
For me, the main challenges is sometimes I struggle to sit down and read the whole Bible. Because I find some stuff in it is repetitive or tedious.
Especially the Leviticus. It's like reading the telephone directory. This one begat this one, that one begat that one.
And especially some translations, like the King James can be the words that they use in it.
But then again, God in His providence knows this, and He's given us other translations that we have. We have the New King James, we have the ESV, we have the NIV. So we have translation. We haven't got that excuse anymore. You see. So would you say Christianity should be? Is it to you? Is Christianity an add-on, or is it a total holistic way of life?
No, it is a holistic way of life. But
so it's not a fashion accessory. It's not something I just put on like a cross to say, oh, it's a fashion.
I think it's become that.
Yes.
But it shouldn't be that. In the Western world, more so. I envy people from what can I call it? From more persecuted backgrounds for their love for Christ and what they do for Christ and what they put themselves through for Christ. I think we take it for granted in this environment.
We do. We think that coming to coming to church, Christianity means looking after grandma and granddad and looking after the neighbor's cat. But let's what Jesus says about what Christianity is all about, what true discipleship is. And if we look at Luke 14, Jesus says, "Now great crowds accompanied him, and he turned and said to them, 'If anyone comes after me and does not hate his father, mother, wife, children, brothers and sisters, yes, even his own life, he cannot be my disciple. And whoever does not bear his own cross cannot be my disciple.'" So when Jesus says, if you don't hate your father, brother, mother or sister, these are close relationships, you can't be his disciples. What do you think Jesus is saying? Yeah. Because that's the cost he's saying because he sees, the context is, big crowds are following him. Maybe for, not for pure reason. Some people are following him for a free lunch. Some people are following him for free NHS or free national health care. And some people are just curious. So he's got a big crowd, but he's saying no, because he wants quality, not quantity. I think in this country we have a lot of quantity people who go to Christian, but not quality. Yeah. But to get the quality, what did Jesus say?
I think he's trying to say that you have to put so much commitment and a lot of time and effort and dedication, just as the disciples did, and following properly. To the extent that where your parents might think, what's going on with this person?
So basically, your devotion to him will seem like hatred to other people when Jesus comes first in his teaching. So, for example, when someone says, "I will kill your family," if you don't renounce Christ, I will kill you.
I was actually thinking of the term radical, but nowadays.
No, it is radical.
Well, but nowadays,
but what does the term radical? See, the term radical has been polluted so much.
It's been poisoned.
Radical just means going back to the roots. So if they tell me, am I a radical Christian? Yes. If I'm going to the root of my faith, yes, I will embrace that term, no matter what anyone says. So that's what I say. But the problem is people don't count the cost when they're following their faith. You look at our brothers and sisters in the Arab world. They know if they follow Christianity, their cross may be signing their own death warrant. And we've lost that, you see. And because we've lost that quality of discipleship, this is why the church is so weak today, right now. Everyone says, just come to Jesus as an add-on. Come to Jesus and you'll get all the riches of this world. The prosperity gospel nonsense.
Come as you are.
Yeah. I mean, you come as you are, but you don't stay as you are. That's what they don't tell you. And that's my issue with a lot of people, you see. Because we have a lot of culture whereby it's like, oh yeah, I go to CV, I'm Church of England, but they don't know nothing about their faith. They don't know nothing about devotion. They don't know nothing about witnessing. They don't know nothing about personal discipline. Denying oneself. Take up your cross and following him. Your cross could be, how can I put it, getting persecuted for your faith.
That's the problem I face as well. I've often thought that maybe because I lived quite a decent life. I never really struggled in life. My parents were okay. Middle class background. So I didn't really go through much persecution or anything. And sometimes it's either a death or persecution. Unfortunately, these are sometimes the things that draw people closer to Christ. But for me, everything's been smooth, and I think that often I took that for granted. And it made me a bit complacent. But I'm slowly beginning to try and push myself to get to know Christ more and more.
Because the problem is that people think Christianity, when Jesus says, come to me, people say, come to carry your cushion. Jesus didn't give you a cushion to carry. He gave us a cross. A cross means suffering. A cross means not going to be comfortable. I think it was C.S. Lewis that once says, if you seek comfort, you won't get it either. But if you seek the cross, if you seek truth, you'll get comfort and what's the word I'm trying to think? I've forgotten the exact term. I have to probably get back to you. But it's a very good quote, you see, because the problem in this country, and this is why Christianity is, if I have to be honest with you, in this country right now, is a joke at times, because people just say, "Oh, I was baptized CV, that makes me Christian." No, before you become Christian, you got to count the cost. Like for example, before you sign a mortgage, I don't know if you've got any high purchases in your life, like a car or finances. So for example, before someone signs a mortgage, surely they got to count the cost. You wouldn't just give any Tom, Dick, and Harry and Abdul, let me give you some, sign this contract for this loan and stuff. They got to count the cost to make sure they can repay it. The problem is when people come to faith, they don't count the cost. It means you're going to be hated. That means you're going to be a pilgrim, an alien in society. When you stand up for Christian values, people are going to call you, you're homophobic, or you're a bigot because you heard the Christian. But you have to take that. But people are scared to do that, you see, to stand up against the grain. Yeah, to stand up for what is true. Yeah.
I don't want to divert too much, but one thing that troubled me as well is Christians are a bit disunified in terms of denomination.
Yes, exactly.
I often think that we need to be more collective.
Yes.
I mean, most of the time we're thinking alike, we agree on the same thing.
I think we should. I think, to be honest, there always are going to be differences. Even Paul talks about this in Romans chapter 14. About don't argue over disputable matters. Now, there are things I would divide other Christians over, about the Trinity, about the how to get to heaven, Jesus being the only way. But there are some differences they may have. Like some Christians believe that they should still keep the Sabbath. Our Seventh-day Adventist friends will say that. Some people believe in the charismatic gifts are for today. Some Christians don't believe in that for today. Those are points of doctrine that we can agree without being disagreeable. But so far they hold to the tenets of the faith that Jesus Christ is the only way. Believe Jesus Christ, the Bible is His word, and obviously they believe in the Trinity and stuff. Those are the essentials. Things that, I mean, like I said, like anybody, when you come to, because being a Christian is being a disciple. In fact, if you read the Bible, the word Christian only appears, guess how many times in the Bible the word Christian appears in the Bible?
3 times?
Yeah, exactly. Spot on. But how many times does the word disciple appear in the Bible?
I'm going to say 12.
No, more than that. Nearly 200 times.
Wow.
In fact, the early Christians were called disciples. It wasn't until 7 years later that the term Christian came, and it was given by mockers. Oh, the so-called Christians. But really, they were called disciples. They've always been. That's been the true definition of what the believers are. They've either been called the way or disciples of Jesus Christ. Not Christians, really. Christians was a mockery term. And being a disciple, like I said, can't count the cost. And that's what we need, quality discipleship, not quantity. Jesus does not care about crowds. He won't say, are you willing to die for me? Not just say, Lord, 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 but you don't obey His commandments. And that's the issue that we have. We don't obey God's commandments. We're too scared. We would rather have our comfort, not being willing to lose friends. We'd rather say, oh, yes, I am a Christian, but I'm a bit shy. We sometimes apologize for it. We're timid, exactly. Well, we know from the scripture talking about God didn't give us a spirit of fear, but He gave us of a power and of a sound mind. One thing I do admire about people from Islam is that they are not timid about their faith. We demand a prayer room. And these employers just back down and say, yeah, we'll give you a prayer room and stuff. But as Christians, we're like going, oh, I'm sorry, I believe that Jesus Christ is the only way. No wonder they laugh at us. We're very liberal. Yeah, we're very liberal, exactly. What we need to do is get that muscular faith back again and not be scared of what people say about us. That has to be our cross. In fact, if it means me taking insult, when this goes on YouTube, and everyone calls me, oh, Akuma's a bigot. He thinks Jesus Christ is the only way. So be it. In fact, I actually believe, people ask me this question, like, what's the best way for me to get really devoted to my faith? Suffer persecution.
So you agree with me then.
Yeah, suffer persecution.
That's
the best way to get more devoted to your faith. Because I used to think that, okay, I need to study more, I need to pray more. No. Get persecuted for your faith, and you find out that you just get, wow, I really want to go for this. I
think you see a lot of people that are Muslim have come from persecuted backgrounds.
Yes, exactly, and the quality, oh my goodness,
Islam I don't think was here until maybe within the last 100 years. It hasn't come to like the Western, to Europe.
I think there's always been Muslims here since, I can't remember exactly, but it's becoming, popular.
It's quite recent.
Yes, exactly.
And you can see that maybe because they're quite a small, about 5% of the population. They're quite together. They're quite together. Even though they do have different sections.
They do know. I'll give them this though. You don't give where credit is due. They do know how to organise.
They're very organised.
They're very organised, and So when they see one, everyone's backing each other up. Us Christians, we're just everywhere. We're just arguing over trivial stuff. Yeah? Yeah, but they seem to be more organised.
Do you know why? Because the religion is the Quran, is the truth of the word.
No, we disagree. We disagree with that one.
You're able to lie as well.
Yes.
You guys have got permission to lie.
You got the Christians.
You've got permission to lie.
Look at that. If you say that, he didn't believe what you believe. In the Christian, many divisions. The Catholic Protestant.
But you want to talk about. You got Sunnis, you got Salafists, you got thing. You argue with that.
But you have No.
Let me just make a point. Whenever these guys, you catch them out on something negative, they hide behind the Arabic. They say that it's because it's in Arabic, we can't go any further. When it's something positive, they say yes, it's in English, yes, that's exactly what it says. And this is what the tactics that they use a lot.
Yes, exactly.
They just there's a lot of manipulation and lies.
And double standards as well, because, for example, if you were to argue with
when you speak about something, you don't just bring in generalities. Because you need to specify points by points. When you talk, I don't know, you're talking, I don't know who you are. Okay, I don't know what faith you are following.
Listen.
Okay, that's fine, fair enough. But when you talk about a point, you cannot just generalize, because what you're saying could be related to Christian, to Buddhist, to all religions. Because men throughout ages and generations has changed what the purpose of the religion is.
You do, brother. Good, yeah. Which one? With who?
About the black thing.
Oh, the Hebrews.
I could accuse you the same way you accuse Muslims. Because man throughout time and generations has changed the way of God wants him to live. Whether Christian or Buddhist or Muslim or whatever. There is some minorities who are giving a bad image to the religion, to the faith they are following. Whether Christian, yes. So now, if you want to talk, and the Muslims at this modern age, Muslims, Christians, Jews, all religious people, all of mankind of this age is being really not following the
point I was
purpose
making
and
is that a lot of Muslims, when you pin them down on a negative topic.
In which way? In which topic?
I've seen it happen. Which topic? For example, if you say like terrorism is prevalent in Islam, you've been honest just now.
What is terrorism? What is terrorism? Okay, what is terrorism? For your definition, what is terrorism?
Okay, going to kill innocent people. Kill innocent people.
Sorry?
Kill innocent people.
Kill innocent people.
That is not terrorism. That is not terrorism. Killing innocent people. That is a bad philosophy that has nothing to do with human being manners. Because terrorism is a word that, without killing you, I can't terrorize you. Because terrorism doesn't kill the existence, but you can still be alive and you are terrorized. Yes, you can't be terrorized.
The people that get the 200 million,
forget about
the 200 million Christians are being persecuted in non-Christian countries. Are they being terrorized?
That's a killing. That's an unfair killing.
Are you Muslim?
I am. Thanks God. Thanks God. That's unfair killing. Terrorism can be. I can keep you alive, but I can terrorize you.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm saying 200 million.
Every time you kill, that means you are a terrorist. Because you could be terrorist without even hurting, without even harming, without even ending the existence of somebody. Terrorism has got many aspects and ways. Because the unfairness that the third world is living, that's terrorism itself. The poverty in Africa, that's terrorism. Because terrorism is not just killing the existence of somebody. Terrorism is...
You're basically saying everything bad.
Of course.
Everything bad is terrorism.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
That's not how it works. That's not how it works.
No, you want to go to terrorism that the Muslims who are putting bombs and killing, that's terrorism.
That's a form of terrorism.
Yes, I know.
There is more.
Do you believe in killing innocent people? Do you believe that a non-Muslim is an innocent person? Kufra. Do you believe an unbeliever is an innocent person?
Of course he's an innocent person.
But what does the Quran say about that? People who are unbelievers or Muslims are hypocrites. What does the Quran say about them? You're a Muslim, yes?
Yes, I am.
Are you Sunni or Shia?
The majority. The majority.
Okay, so you mean Sunni? Sunni is majority.
I am a Sunni, a proper Muslim.
Okay. So what I'm asking you, I'm asking specifically, are Kufra, i.e. unbelievers, and hypocrites, i.e. bad Muslims not following their faith properly, are they innocent?
Of course they are.